Charles Aniagwu don talk say Wike eye go soon clear after im leave office for May 29. My people, now welcome back to the GMTV Daily News Update on our WhatsApp channel. You know they get better ogbonge gist for Naija and all over the world as they ought. If this is your first time to see any of our video, we tell you say welcome and make you not forget to follow our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel and also turn on notification bell so that you go fit to get correct update as we drop her for inside the net. Oh yeah, make we run enter the gist we will get for now today. One of the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party presidential campaign council (PPC) for inside Delta State, where they call Mr. Charles Aniagwu, say the suspension where they carry give the national chairman Dr. Aniagwu dey illegal. In the talk say that the governor of Rivers State na im dey behind that illegal suspension. In talk for one video we wan watch now say nobody get the right to just carry suspend any national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. He say any lawyer now wey be like say just carry money give go just do the bidding of their master. He say next on Wike eye go soon clear. He say by the time wey be like say im comot for office, im go come know say the masses dey no like am. Im go come know wetin people dey talk about am for inside the country. He say because im still dey enjoy immunity, na im make am dey do wetin e dey do so. He say by May 29, when he finally comot for office, his eye go clear. He say no go fit sing Iyendeba again. Oya, make we watch the video when they come back.
And of course, you know that shortly after the presidential election, which of course, you know, we are challenging in court, there have been a whole lot of issues ranging from the position of the G5, which of course, it did not pan out well even before the election. But I can speak directly to a number of these issues vis-a-vis the provision of the constitution of the party as amended in 2017. You know, it is very easy sometimes to copy, but much more difficult to paste. And so some of these persons in Benue, of course, fired by the position of Nyesom Wike of Rivers, tried to copy what happened to Adams Oshiomhole in the APC, where from his ward right there from in a circle suspended him. And at the end of the day, that cost him his position as the national chairman of the party. But they failed to realize that these two parties are operating two different constitutions. If you look at section 57, subsection 7 of the PDP constitution, it is very, very clear on the issue of who has the power to suspend or discipline a member of the National Working Committee of the party or a member of the NEC, including, of course, deputy governors who may not be a member of the NEC but are also covered by that section of the constitution. And so when they proceeded to ask the ward of the national chairman to go ahead and take disciplinary action against him, even if they were supposed to, assuming that they have the powers, they were supposed to first of all give him opportunity for fair hearing. You summon him, you give him the opportunity to defend himself. But that section 57 did not even give them that power to carry out such action against a member of the National Working Committee. And so anybody who is now dependent on that position of the national chairman's ward and then proceeding to court is just part of the many troubles that some of our leaders are trying to take this country through. Is it true that Nyesom Wike actually won Rivers with all the bragging that he did? Didn't you hear the stories of how many people's lives were sacrificed for this so-called victory that he got in Rivers? With all the boasting and everything, why didn't he just sit down and allow proper election to hold in Rivers for you to know whether he's actually in charge? Now, Otom is the governor of the 3 senatorial districts in Benue. He contested for only one and he lost. Would you not just say that that is also equivalent to his strength? Politics and the reason why people return to the polls is to allow the electorates make their choice. That sometimes the electorate didn't choose you doesn't mean that you are weak. It could be because of the sentiments of the electorates at that time. For instance, here in Delta, you could see the governorship result. How do you compare it with what happened with the presidential? The sentiments are different. So when you come and say because a man didn't win his ward, and that means he's not relevant. I gave you an example of Obasanjo in 1999. He did not win any of the states in the Southwest. Tinubu lost Lagos to Peter Obi. Will you now say that because of that, Peter Obi has become stronger than Tinubu, who is now the president-elect? The sentiments are usually different. And in any case, even if you want to judge somebody based on where he won or where he lost, you need to also have time to examine the circumstances surrounding the failure or otherwise of anybody in an election. Or Tom possibly could have also deployed funds to embarrass Yocha Ayu because of the position they held and they still hold as members of the G5. That's a possibility. But that is only something you can come to a conclusion when you must have been able to carry out a holistic research or possibly a review of what transpired. So anybody saying because the national chairman did not win his word, I have gone through the constitution of the PDP. I didn't see that as a criteria that you must first of all win your word before you become national chairman. So Wike will no longer be a governor. Then that time, reality will dawn on him that he will stop listening to himself and then also have an idea of what members of the public think about him. This is not that time. He will not have the opportunity to be singing Iyendeba. He will realize that absolute power corrupts, absolutely, and that he has enjoyed that absolutism in power. And so by the time he leaves, we'll be able to know how strong he will be. I don't like discussing him because he has shown that he does not even value those who assisted him to climb. You'll recall that Rotimi Amechi, beyond being Nyesom Wike's boss, had to bend backwards to impress it upon Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to appoint Nyesom Wike as a minister in the cabinet. At that time, I had the privilege of covering the Nigerian Senate. The Senate had already cleared a candidate from Rivers as a ministerial minister designate, waiting to be sworn in by the president. But Rotimi Amechi fought hard, and that was how that particular nominee that was already cleared by the Senate was withdrawn. And then Nyesom Wike was brought forward. How is he treating Rotimi Amechi today? He sings with the man, he carries out live coverages only to insult him, he says everything against him. And so, for me, I don't take him seriously. I thought that the level he has gotten to, having been a former minister and now a governor, that he should have been able to learn that there is a class that leaders belong, and that leaders don't behave the way he's behaving. And so whenever his name pops up in any discussion, if it were not to be on a live program, I'll ask you to please push that aside. I like discussing individuals who display integrity at all times. To the best of my knowledge, integrity is far from him. And so please don't use him as an example when we are discussing issues that are very, very serious. Perhaps when he leaves power, we will know how much power that he will have again. And so for me, we can discuss many other issues and not the dancing Iyendeba governor who does not even understand that there are characteristics of persons who are supposed to occupy the office.
My people, now welcome back to DJMTV Daily News Updates. Now don't use ear to ear with Charles, will be the aide of Okowa, talk concerning the issue with the app for the People's Democratic Party. A first thought say the world not get right to suspend the national chairman who you just suspend, so come out for inside the party as national chairman. In cause we talk say Nyesom Wike eye go soon clear. By the time we like saying leave office in the next 1.5 months, on May 29 precisely, he go not say power not there again. Mr. Charles can talk say by that time, he go can know how people feel about him, what people think about him for inside Rivers State winning this. So he said if they really want to talk, he said Nyesom Wike not win the election for Rivers State. He said because a lot of people lose their life for inside the matter. So when he tell us say he win Rivers State. So my people, how una take see this matter? We no go talk too much. We go allow una make una drop una comment on what una think concerning wetin Mr. Charles don't talk so about Governor Nyesom Wike when he only gets less than 2-3 months to go for inside power when he sit down put for inside Rivers State. Oh yeah, make una drop una comment. I go sooner for the next updates.
Welcome to DJMTV. DJMTV. DJMTV.
Some of the delegates and ask them questions.
DJMTV. DJMTV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.